The career pathways have now been chosen. The horizon ahead is beginning to take shape. With clarity around interests and aptitudes, we now turn to a deeper layer, the influence of personality. Today's conversation is not about validating your chosen careers. Instead, we shift our focus to understanding you, your behaviors, your preferences, your natural ways of relating to the world. Because when it comes to thriving in a career, who you are is just as important as what you choose. You've recently taken your second assessment, a personality test. While we're not using it to dictate your career direction, it becomes a mirror, helping us understand how you behave in certain situations, and how these behaviors might act as strengths or create challenges in your chosen paths. Because in the real world, especially in the corporate, collaborative, and complex environments you'll step into, how you show up matters deeply. Let's begin with one of the many behavior spectrums we observe: aloof versus sociable. These are not just words, they are ways of being. An aloof person may prefer solitude, driven by deep thinking and internal reflection. They might find it hard to talk to strangers or avoid social settings where they don't know anyone. Their circle is small but trusted. A sociable person, on the other hand, can effortlessly strike conversations with strangers, blend into unfamiliar environments, and often enjoys group interactions and lively gatherings. Now let's bring this into the light of your career. Imagine you're an architect, a field you've chosen as one of your top 3 careers. Architects don't work in isolation. They interact with clients, collaborate with engineers, present to stakeholders. If you lean towards sociability, you might find it easier to engage with clients, lead presentations, or volunteer for design pitches. But here's the twist. This strength can also become a blind spot. Sometimes, sociable individuals speak more than they listen. In their enthusiasm, they might miss out on the client's deeper needs, or overlook quieter voices in the team. So let me ask you, when was the last time you spoke to someone you didn't know? How did that feel? Do you find it easy to strike up conversations, or do you hesitate? Has anyone ever pointed out that you talk a lot or dominate conversations in groups? These questions aren't just casual inquiries, they are keys to unlocking your behavioral patterns. They help you see yourself clearly, not just in the mirror, but in the workplace of tomorrow. You told me you scored an 8 on sociability. That tells me you're comfortable connecting with others. That's a wonderful strength. Now let's reflect. When you're working in a team, do you tend to take charge? Or do you wait and observe? Have you ever missed out on an important input because you were too busy speaking? Do you feel energized after a group session or drained? These reflections help you see where you shine and where you might stretch. Understanding personality traits can really help us navigate our careers and personal lives. By recognizing our own traits, we can better understand our strengths and areas for growth. It's all about self-awareness and making informed choices. Let's take another trait: conventional versus open to change. Conventional individuals prefer routines, clear instructions, and tested methods. Those open to change love new ideas, experimentation, and risk-taking. Neither is better. Each plays a role depending on the career context. When was the last time you made a spontaneous decision? Have you ever suggested a new idea to your friends or classmates? How did they respond? Do you prefer following a known path or exploring something untried? Now we step into confidence versus apprehension. Confidence allows you to raise your hand in class, to lead a project, or to walk into an interview with calm. Apprehension makes you pause, overthink, or even step back despite knowing the answer. Can you recall a moment when you knew the answer but didn't speak up? What held you back? What did you feel in your body? How did your teacher respond? Through these questions, we're mapping your inner world to the external demands of your career. The same trait, say introversion, can be a strength in research or writing careers and a challenge in client-facing roles. But remember, we are not labeling, we are understanding. And through that understanding, we begin to design development plans. If you're shy in group settings but want to be a journalist, we work on exposure exercises. If you're sociable but struggle with focused listening, we explore mindful conversation practices. If you're a deep thinker but uncomfortable with change, we introduce adaptive thinking strategies. Personality is not a fixed mold, it's a pattern of preferences. And once we become aware of them, we can expand, adapt, and evolve, not to fit into a career, but to thrive in it authentically. So today, as we continue this journey, know that your personality is not just a reflection of who you are, it's a map of how you might walk your path, where the lights shine bright and where you may need to carry a lantern. Let's explore these paths together.